everyone, thank you so much for tuning into Pianistmiri channel. Today I want to answer your Ask Miri questions. Okay, so I've got a lot of questions thanks to all of you. Yeah, so let's get started. So one question that comes over and over, that is, how old were you when you started piano? I started piano at the age of 5. Yeah, but I guess my training goes way back. It's gonna be like a story time because it really needs to be addressed from when I was conceived. Okay, so my mom, being an avid classical music lover, she listened to classical music all the time. And when she conceived me, she even more listened to it regularly. And after I was born, she continuously listened to classical music 24/7. Apparently our routine was to turn on the radio as soon as we all get up and have the radio go on 24/7 until we go to sleep, basically. So that was our usual routine. But at the time, also my mom started playing the piano or taking lessons. So I remember her practicing. Actually, the piano was there before I was born. My mom bought it before I was born, after she got married to my dad. So piano was always there, and I remember tinkling a few notes here and there while being a baby, and I have a few photos of that. So yeah, little pumpkin me, if you know what I mean. If you saw my 50 random facts about me tag, my grandma used to call me pumpkin because I wasn't cute, but because I was ugly. Anyways, yeah, that's totally another story. But yeah, tinkling the notes and things like that. And then I went to preschool, and then I played this, I think it's called harmonica, or it's the kind of like a keyboard instrument that you blow into it and you play, and it's quite small. I remember playing that and it was fun. Yeah, I when I was home, I listened to my mom practicing, and when she was practicing, I would actually go down under the piano and play with my Barbies. That's one thing that I used to do. And also I remember putting blanket over the piano so that I could go underneath and pretend that I'm somewhere outdoor camping or something like that. So my mom would always find me sleeping under the piano. And such a fond memory, oh my gosh. Yeah, so if I'm not listening to my mom practicing or sleeping under the piano, or listening to classical music on the radio, I would listen to my mom singing as well. My mom sang all the time, literally all the time. If she wasn't reading, she would sing all the time. If she's doing chores, she's singing. She's doing laundry, she's singing. If she's doing dishes, she's singing. If she's cooking, she's singing. Okay, so this is how much singing I listen to. So yeah, it's wonderful growing up with someone who's so musical and who loves music, and that's where I got inspired. And that leads to my other question I received. I have everything on my iPad here. Who were the pianists that inspired you to play the piano? So I guess very first person that inspired me was my mom. And yeah, I always watched her practicing piano. She was very diligent, and practicing singing as well, and it's just wonderful. Yeah, so I guess my mom definitely was my very first inspiration. And by the time I turned the age of 5, I came back from church with my mom one day, one Sunday I guess, and I started playing the hymns on the piano. I don't know how I played it, but I played it. So my mom was in the kitchen cooking or something, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh my gosh, did you just play that? So she had to tell my dad, and immediately I was sent to piano lessons, and happily ever after, just like that. No, actually, I don't remember loving practicing, but I remember doing it diligently. Yeah, and then I actually love going to piano lessons. I don't know what it was. Maybe I loved the teacher, or maybe I loved it because I get to go outside. Yeah, or something different, or I get to meet my friends. But yeah, I remember loving going to piano lessons, and I never said I don't want to go there. You know, it's just like that. And yeah, so that's where my piano journey began. And then when I was in first grade, my teacher somehow knew that I played the piano. Out of over 50 students in the classroom, I was selected to play the piano for the music class, and that I carried that all the way to grade 8. Yeah, I always played for the music classes, and by the time I was grade 4, I was playing for school choir. There were grade 6, grade 5, or other grade 4 pianists, but I was selected to play the piano, and we won a lot of competitions and things like that. So really, my school choir started at the age of 4, but yeah, I guess it really goes back to grade 1. And yeah, so by the time I was grade 4, 5, 6, I was doing ARCT, I believe, equivalent to ARCT. I was back in Korea, and I was doing Cherny exercise, so-called Cherny 50 in Korea, and it's considered to be one of the hardest exercises to master. And once you master that book, you are basically over ARCT. So I was in ARCT. So I guess I was good, but I never thought I was good, or good enough, or you know, the things like that. But even at church, and you know, when people gather, they always ask me, Miri, you play the piano, so go and play the piano while we sing. So that was my childhood. Sorry, my voice is just kind of getting raspy. But yeah, that was me, I guess. So that goes back to another question. Let's see. Were you talented for piano while you were a kid too? So yes, I guess I was. Otherwise I wouldn't be asked to play the piano for class piano as well as school choir. And also I was heavily involved in church music as well. So I was asked to play for singing competition, and I was always asked to play for everybody in middle school kids and even high school kids, and they always come to me and ask me to play piano for them. So yeah, I remember playing for a lot of people from back then as well. And when I was grade 4, I remember teaching my choir conductor how to play piano. So my teaching goes way back as well, I guess, in a way. She asked me to teach her how to make accompaniment for different songs. I don't know, she thought I was doing it very creatively. For this song I do it a certain way, the other song I would do some other way, and she was like, oh, why would you do that? She would ask me questions like that all the time. And I said, because, you know, this feels more like sad, so it has to be this way. Or I think from then I just didn't want to be playing our birdie bass like everybody else, and that really bored me, so I had to find an innovative way to accompany a song, a melody. So so that was me. That was my childhood. Oh my gosh, this is going really long. But so that was how I started, when I started, and how I got inspired. And so thanks for sending me questions. Keep on sending me questions with hashtag #AskMiri, and I will be making more of these videos in the near future. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also follow me on all of my social media. You know where I am: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay, so we can be besties all the time. Okay, so until next time.